Good night, everyone, and welcome back to Nocturnal Corner with Bat. And in today's episode, we're basically returning to our driver's seat announcement slash updates, to where we got a special update recently today, probably around 6 or 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So I have no idea what times you guys are, but you can definitely look that up. And this one is basically saying that we are going to be getting our aerial vehicles back to Crossout. So let's go to Twitter and check out the link to the forum. And here we are, guys. Aerial vehicles in Crossout. So there is a bit of paragraphs here, but I'm basically going to sum it up and say it in a way that's going to make some sense. So the vehicles, or let's say aircrafts, are going to be returning in the Sky Raiders, which it's not specifically saying if it's an event or not, but with the little things right next to Sky Raiders, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a new event. And possibly even part of a new battle pass, because it looks like the battle pass is going to be based on helicopters and stuff from what I've read. And let's get into looking at what it says here besides that. So it's saying up here in this first paragraph that all the factions are stealing from each other or building their own type of helicopters, which means that we're probably going to get blueprint slots in those areas, so that way we can build, basically helicopters based on those factions. In addition to that, it's also saying that there's going to be multiple different types of rotors, which you can even see from the pictures here. So let's not look at the red one, let's look at this gray one right here. You can see the rotor that we got to play with during the event on the front, but then you can see a hover in the back with the smaller rotor on top. So there's basically going to be different styles of rotors with different cosmetics and characteristics to them, which I'm going to take a guess and say that since they are implementing these into the factions, that every faction is going to have their own little styles within them. So probably you're going to get the small rotor from this one and the bigger one from this one and so on. Alright, so in addition to that, it looks like it's going to be a separate slot. So we're going to have ground, air, and Leviathan. So we're actually going to get a slot in our garage that we can build specifically for those vehicles that have to have rotors. So it's not going to be taking up any of your ground vehicles, so that's not something you have to worry about, but it's probably going to be a case with the blueprints that you're going to have to fix it up there. But other than that, you're going to have a whole new slot specifically for your air vehicles, which is nice. In addition to that, let's see, that's that one. Right here, in this top one right here, it's basically saying we're going to be getting our new weapons and toys, even defense modules from what it looks like, which makes me think that we're probably going to get a little bit more into that, because all they've shown was the cabin and decor of that helicopter cabin for the new season pass coming out, and I'm pretty sure these are the weapons. Because if you go and you look at the videos, those secret videos, little CC camera things, you can actually see the bomb launcher in one of them. You can see the helicopters returning in another one. And then there's another one, like the first one that came out, to where it actually shuts off the propeller so the helicopter can't move. And then it looked like there was a weapon that has like a force push. So it's not saying it here, but it looks like there's going to be a module that disables rotors and movements. So it's going to be like a daze, but for movement parts. And then there's going to be a force weapon that kind of knocks people over, so that's going to be a little obnoxious. The bomb launcher has a pretty short range from what it looks like in the video, unless it's kind of like a mandrake, to where it has the arch, but it looks like it shoots about 3 to 6 per shot, and they do explode with some great like blast radius from what it looks like. It kind of look like a bunch of avalanches going off all over the place. They look pretty cool too. They like kind of have like an angle, so it's kind of like another type of mortar system, but not as durable as the avalanche. And then there's the anti-aircraft gun, autocannon, and the heat traps. So they didn't show any of the anti-aircraft guns, which I'm kind of looking forward to that. I bet they're going to look kind of cool. I mean, I think they already kind of have one in the game. It's the Punishers. I'm pretty sure those are anti-aircraft guns. And then the heat traps, or basically they're flares. So when everybody and their mama during the event was using homing rockets, these are basically going to be flares that will deflect the homing rockets. So that's cool. It'd be nice seeing them just launching those things in the air. It'll make it more realistic. I wonder if you could make angel flares. That'd be kind of cool. So, going away from that one, coming up next, these next ones are basically talking about the battles. So, they're basically implementing this to where you can have air, ground, ground. Okay, it's just those two. I was thinking of sea because of War Thunder. But it's basically going to be like air, ground, and ground. Or maybe air, air, too. There's a possibility it's going to be all those. But, basically what they're going to do is the ones where it's the scrap metal, the batteries, the wires, like your standard missions, they're going to have a separate category to where it's just going to be like mainly air stuff for those. When it comes to things like patrol and back on patrol and bedlam, those are ones where there is no specific mode, so you could have a mixture of people that are both air and ground. But I'm thinking that you can have the mixture with the air battles as well during the regular missions. Now, saying that, you're probably thinking, what about clan wars? What about confrontation? What about raids? So far right now, they're saying that there's going to be no raids. It's not going to be in clan wars, and it's not going to be in confrontation. If anything, they're probably going to make those separate modes as well, to where it's just going to have air things. Or I feel like with raids, they're probably not going to be too specific. However, I can understand that for certain raids, specifically the one where you have to go and pick up the crate and then come back, that you could just fly over the mountain, pick up the crate, and just come back and fight the boss. On that one, I can understand that they might need something that isn't a helicopter. But other than that, it kind of makes sense that they're not implementing this into the Clan Wars confrontation and raids just yet. But I'm sure if we give them some feedback, they could be implemented in there eventually. Which, honestly, I think it would be kind of cool. In my opinion, this might be, not the popular opinion, but I would kind of want to see helicopters in Clan Wars just to mix it up a little bit. Because Clan Wars is just mainly meta shit, and everybody and their mama is using, like, porcupine scorpions or breakers. And you know what? I'm going to say Mastodons now. Mastodons had, like, a big comeback from what I see, and they hit pretty hard. So I'm going to say Mastodons, too. And if you don't have any of that stuff, God forbid, man, have fun with Clan Wars. I'm struggling right now. I don't have any relics. Sucks. Okay, then looking at this is just basically talking about there's going to be, like if you want to use your armored aircraft when you reach the reputation of level 10 with the engineers, so you're going to have to be level 10, which isn't too hard to get when you're just starting out. And then the next thing over here is they're basically going to have one of their updates, when they do like a live stream. So October 10th on a Tuesday, they're going to have the live stream that's going to be talking about this new aerial battles event. So I'm definitely going to stay tuned on that one because I'm personally excited for the helicopter event. Anyways, guys, I just thought I would share that. If you want to see those videos I'm talking about, I might just play them here in a second, and I'll just go completely silent while I'm showing them just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to do it in the order of the bomb launcher, and I'm going to do it in the order of... Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to show the helicopter one, because it's literally just showing that we're getting helicopters back, and that's about it. I was like looking at it, I didn't see anything new, I didn't see the flares or anything like that unless I completely missed it. But I'm just going to show off the bomb launcher, and I'm going to show off the module I was talking about, to where it disables you and what looks like a weapon that flips you over. And you know what, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching, everyone.